Alright, so we've got the building and the site oriented in a way that we want to. You can reorient yours however you like. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put in a little piece of water there, and I'm going to turn off my sun path here. That creates a sort of lake on the edge of this. So what I need to know is kind of like where these topography lines are. So I'm going to go to my site plan, and if I come in to my massing and site, there is contour labels. So I can click on contour labels, and I can come over here and strike a contour label out, and it will give me those contours. So this is 8 feet, right? And that's pretty far away from the building. 8 or 10 feet might be nice, but if we allow that, then the water will actually seep out. So what I'm going to do is sort of draw the water in, and then we'll sort of push our contours around to accommodate that water. Okay, so I'll go ahead and leave those contour lines in for reference when we're in the site plan. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to architecture, or sorry, I'm going to go to massing and site and create another topo surface. So there's a couple of ways you can create a topo surface. It depends on how accurate you want to be. So I'm just going to go to Topo Surface here, and what it wants you to do is place points, right? And so you see that these points are at like -8 feet, -10 feet. So if I wanted to have and the -10 feet is about rolling back over here, right? So, and -8 is kind of rolling back over here. So if we wanted it at 8 feet, we would need something that kind of covered this whole area, you know. So I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to pick a point here, right? And then I'm going to pick a point here, and I'm going to pick a point here, and I'm just going to follow this kind of 8-foot line on the outside of it, just making sure that I don't hit that contour, just to get this guy and unfortunately there's no way to snap to topography, so you just have to sort of get close here. Okay, so now I've got that sort of guy running through, and if I hit check, I'm actually at -5 feet. It will place a contour at -5 feet. So let's go ahead and check and go to 3D view, and here's that contour occurring. Actually, it's at 5 feet, so it's actually at 5 feet in the air. So I forgot to set my contour points, which I guess is good and bad, but let's go ahead and look and see how we can just very quickly update that. So I'm going to pick the topography, I'm going to edit surface, and if I went to place point, when I went to place point, I really should have set the elevation at -5, but I didn't. So I'm going to go to modify to stop the place point, and I'm just going to window around all the points, and I'm going to change them to -8. Right, so now that guy is now sitting down in the topography, right? And we have a little issue over here, you know, in terms of the fact that it would continue to run out, and also the shape of it's a little strange. So I would go maybe back into site and go to place point and set that at -8 feet, and then maybe make this a little, you know, less sharp of a point. Now that I have that, I'll just go to 3D and change the material, and when we come back we'll sort of contour around that. So just gonna type in water, and we'll pick site water. Usually the appearance is a little brown, so I would go to the appearance and change the color of it, you know, and you can change the type or all that kind of stuff. And make sure you use render appearance and click OK. And so now I've got some water on there. And so when we come back, we'll sort of grade this guy out.